This episode may contain content that could be distressing or objectionable to certain listeners. Please refer to the episode show notes for details. Discretion is advised. Hello, listeners! Welcome to Your Movie, My Movie with Dan and Steve.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Steve. This is a podcast where one of us picks a movie and we watch it together and discuss it. In this episode, we're talking about one of Dan's picks, the 1985 movie After Hours, starring Rosanna Arquette, Verna Bloom, Thomas Chong, Griffin Dunn, Linda Fiorentino, Terry Garr, John Hurd, Richard Cheech Marin, and Catherine O'Hara. Was written by Joseph Minion and was directed by Martin Scorsese. We will be talking about spoilers, so if you want to watch the movie first, now's the time to do so. But before we talk about the movie, Dan, who would you recommend this movie to?
I would recommend this movie to any wimpy, yuppie city slickers with their straight edge office jobs who should stay the hell away from the art district.
Okay, that's a very good recommendation. I can absolutely see that.
Steven.
Yes, Daniel.
Who would you recommend this movie for?
Thank you so much for asking. I recommend this movie for those who want to watch Martin Scorsese do a Coen Brothers movie before the Coen Brothers were known for their Coen Brothers thing.
That's beautifully put.
Thank you. Thank you. It should be noted that Blood Simple did come out a year before this.
Whoa. Well, I would say that Blood Simple isn't quite the quirky Coen Brothers film that
no,
they would become known for.
No, it's not quirky, but it is extremely cinema. It is extremely cynical and pessimistic, much like this movie is, or at least in my opinion.
That's fair.
It's very much like, what is it? The one about that's Job. An ordinary man, a simple man.
No, it's A Serious Man.
A serious man. That's it. A serious man. Yeah, you should watch. Let's see. You should watch A Serious Man, then After Hours, and then A Serious Plan. And
A Serious Plan?
Yeah, A Simple Plan.
A Simple Plan,
yeah.
Starring Giovanni Ribisi and Cate Blanchett.
No, A Simple Plan, directed by Sam Raimi, featuring Bill Paxton, Billy Bob Thornton, and Bridget Fonda.
We're talking about the same movie, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I don't think Giovanni Ribisi is in it though.
I'm going to prove you wrong in a second, but go ahead, keep talking.
Okay. Well, I mean, okay. Dan, why did you pick After Hours for your Thanksgiving movie this year?
Well, I picked this film because
Mm-hmm.
oh shit, I forgot. I was proven totally wrong. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Um. Okay. Yibbity yibbity yibbity. Well, I forgot this was a Thanksgiving pick. First of all.
Mm-hmm.
Um. I had another film that I wanted to watch for my Thanksgiving pick, but it was not available for streaming.
Unfortunately, yeah.
And then I thought about it, and I was like, well, this is a good follow up to Murder Party because I talked about this movie in the Murder Party episode. Also, if you think about it really hard, this movie is a Thanksgiving movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's about being thankful for what you have.
Okay. That's a fair cop. That's a fair cop.
Also, I just really like this movie.
Yeah, it is a fun movie. Extremely cynical, extremely pessimistic. But it is quite humorous. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, talk about that though. What do you mean by extremely cynical, extremely pessimistic? I mean, I agree with you, but talk about it.
Well, before we get into the weeds of this movie, would you like to do your 2-minute plot summary?
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay, you want me to do the countdown?
Absolutely.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. So a guy in the New York office districts is off for the day. He's at a cafe. He runs into a young woman who's commenting on the book that he's reading. They get to talking. She gives him her number. Later on, he calls her and he goes over to her apartment over in the art district in Soho, I think. And basically the shit hits the fan. Everything goes wrong and everything intertwines with everything. So everything is going wrong in a huge snowball. Basically, she's being really strange. He's afraid of burns. He finds burn gel in her bag to treat burns. She's being very weird. She's talking about all these crazy things that have happened
1 minute
to her,
left.
and she's clearly traumatized. But she still is sort of having him hang around as if she might be sleeping with him eventually. And then she leads him around, and we get all these little glimpses into these random little pockets of the nighttime. There's a bar with a bartender who wants him to check on a security light. There's Cheech and Chong who are going around the city, stealing things and then purchasing some things.
30
There's
seconds.
apparently a murderer around who has killed someone. Eventually, the girl that he gets invited downtown to kills herself after he leaves suddenly. And so he's like, oh shit, did I do that? Anyways, there
15.
is a whole manhunt for him because he becomes the main suspect, and he's just trying to get back home. And then
5, 4, 3,
by fate and circumstance, he does
1.
get back home right to the
Hands down.
workplace. How did you know I had my hands up?
Well, we're recording together, Daniel. Why wouldn't I know? Yeah, that is both extremely accurate summary, but also doesn't even get near what's going on with this movie.
That is true.
Yeah, this I did a little bit of reading, only a little bit. This movie, I compared it to A Serious Man. And it's a lot like that, where it's about a guy, and like you said, things start out bad, and they just snowball from worse to worst as the night goes on. And you mentioned Giovanni Ribisi, and I did get a vibe with a different project that he worked on, which was Strange Darling. Have you seen that?
I have not.
Giovanni Ribisi does the cinematography in it.
Oh, he does the cinematography in it?
Yeah. It's his debut as a cinematographer.
Is it like found footage?
No. Are
you fucking with me?
No. No, I'm not fucking with you at all. Strange Darling came out in 2023. It stars Willa Fitzgerald, who was in the first season of Reacher, and the only person more attractive to me in that season than her is the actor who plays Reacher himself. But yeah, in that movie, that's a very Quentin Tarantino-esque movie where it's revealed in chapters but non-linear. And in that movie, it's about this woman and this man who are hooking up, and like you get bad vibes from them.
Interesting.
Yeah, I do recommend it. I do recommend it. I enjoyed it enough. And you know, it's
this is
go ahead.
Kyle Gallner. Kyle Gallner is the killer in this.
Okay.
He's in. Oh, sorry. For the dogs, he's in Jennifer's Body. He's the one who gets killed when he meets her in the abandoned building.
Oh, okay. Good for him. Wow, that's the same actor.
Same actor.
Oh my God. Two very, very different roles for him. But again, you know, after 20 years, you know, people change, I suppose. But good for him. Yeah. He's great. He's great in that movie. So yeah, I suggest. So yeah, I got Strange Darling vibes from this movie. You know, A Serious Man. Let's see, Trojan War. Which is like the teen sex comedy version of this movie, where this guy is on a date. He's a teenager and he wants to have sex with a girl, but he needs to get a condom, which he doesn't have. So he tries to get one from the drugstore, and then things snowball from there. So that's a very similar movie. Another one would be Adventures in Babysitting. Although that's more of a, John Hughes doing After Hours, where, this young woman is babysitting these kids, and then they have to go into Chicago, and then the urban adventures that they have. Wonderful movie. It was referenced in a cartoon, Mummies Alive. Nobody gets out of here without singing the blues. So yeah, those are all the references that I have for this movie. One more. Home Alone, because we have the parents of Home Alone in this movie.
Yes, we have both of them in this movie.
Yeah, John Hurt and Catherine O'Hara. Maybe this is like a Home Alone prequel.
Maybe so. Maybe this is their origin story, how they meet.
Yeah. So yeah. So those are all the movies that this movie made me think of. And you now you want to talk about why I think it's like cynical and pessimistic?
Sure.
Well, it is. I mean, it just is. The guys.
I don't think so. I mean, Steven, if you think about it, the whole neighborhood bands together,
to get the wrong guy,
and they help
to
each
get
other
the wrong
out.
guy, to get the wrong guy who was accused by a woman just because he walked out on her because he needs to get his keys from the bartender that he left so he could go to the bartender's house to make sure the burglar alarm was on, which he needs to do to get cab fare back home because his money flew out the window on the ride in the taxi. So no,
but you're looking at it glass half empty. Think about all the people who generously let him into their homes. And offered him, a couch to sit on.
You mean the guy who was like,
an ear?
I've never done this with a man before. I'm glad that did not go down a dark route. I'm very glad for that. That could have been
me too.
Sorts of easy jokes, especially at that time. But they took the high road, and I do applaud Scorsese for that. So
there was actually quite a bit of gay representation in this film.
Yeah, there is the leather guys in the bar for one. There's that. What else?
And there's the bartender's house, or I guess apartment neighbors.
Yeah, that's true.
Most likely gay.
Yeah. They are coded as a gay couple for sure. But it's Soho in the 80s, so I'm sure there were a lot of them there at the time.
Probably so.
Being artsy and so forth.
Ho.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, it's pessimistic as hell. Because everybody is insane except for the main character.
Yeah. This definitely is a great example of the trope, only sane man.
Yeah, well, there's like a few sane people, but even they are able to be convinced. I don't know.
Well, when they get the chance to fuck him over, they do.
House he goes into. What's up?
When they get the chance to fuck him over, they do. like if they have the chance,
pretty much,
to give him a hard time, they will give him a hard time.
Pretty much. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, did you notice?
Go ahead.
The Will Patton cameo?
I did. I have such a fondness for Will Patton. In two movies, both of them with Kevin Costner. The first one is No Way Out, which is just a great Cold War thriller. I believe it's free on Amazon Prime right now. So if you want to watch like a Cold War thriller, highly suggest it. It's also got Gene Hackman in it. And the other one is The Postman. Which I don't know, maybe I'll choose that one for our punishment month.
Oh geez.
Because I'm the only one who likes that movie. I am the only one who unironically likes that movie, I think. He was also in a one season wonder on Fox during the 90s, VR5.
Never heard of it.
It's about virtual reality back in the 90s, where not enough was known about it, so they had a whole lot of fun, but didn't treat it authentically. So it was a neat show.
Authenticity is overrated.
That is true. Never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
One other comment.
Mm-hmm.
Will Patton is also in a film called Desperately Seeking Susan,
Okay.
which is a film I had to watch for class. And Desperately Seeking Susan is another like mid 80s New York film starring Rosanna Arquette
Okay.
and Madonna.
I know I had Madonna. I did not know that it had Rosanna Arquette. I have not yet seen it. But I was watching Bob's Burgers, and there was a Desperately Seeking Susan reference. And I'm like, I know most of the people watching this show does not get that. They do not know what that is. So.
Yeah, I don't think it's been seen that many times by that many people. I know Noah's watched it, and Noah thought it was okay.
Okay. I know it was a pretty big. I know it was like it was good for Madonna's career. So wasn't Griffin Dunn in that movie as well, or am I thinking of a different movie?
I don't think so.
I'm thinking of a different movie.
Let me see what else he's even been in.
Who's that girl? He was
so good in this.
Who's that girl? That is the movie I'm thinking about.
He was in the French Dispatch, Quiz Show. Oh, he's in the new movie Caught Stealing.
Okay.
This script, so goddamn tight.
Yes.
You could bounce a quarter off its ass.
This movie it's so tightly scripted that it very much reminds me of a play. Like this could be a play, because it all uses the same characters. It all uses like the same locations, mostly. This movie is very much a play in my mind, at least.
I see what you're saying, and I agree with you in spirit. Like it feels like a play in spirit.
Yeah.
However, I think it's also a pretty decent movie as far as I think there are a lot of locations that are used well, and it would be difficult to make it into a play.
Okay.
For those reasons.
Yeah, I didn't say like. Like I'm not saying like this would be better as a play. I'm just saying like its use of like the same locations over and over and over again, just remind me of, the spirit of a stage play to its credit. Like, I think it's great for that, because it allows like, recurring jokes, set up that has payoffs later. And, it's also that snowball effect too. Because it's in a limited location, but things just, advance to higher and higher and higher stakes, all within this limited location and with these limited characters.
Yeah. It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's everything interweaves with itself, and everything is used, and every moment is referenced again, usually, and repeated in these echoes that are usually pretty funny. And it's like the definition of a comedy of errors.
Yeah.
Or like what is it? Situational comedy?
Yeah, it's very Seinfeldian. Like if you like Seinfeld, then I think you'll really enjoy this movie.
It's very ironic in like, I don't remember which sense of the word, but it's like a lot of dramatic irony, kind of. Well, no, not dramatic irony, but you're just watching this character like flail about in this like quicksand. And it's so funny because they just keep piling more shit on and more sand into the sand pit.
Yeah.
And it's a laugh every time it happens.
Yeah, he keeps trying to dig his way out, but it only digs him down deeper.
Yes, and he just wants to get home.
Yeah. That's something I did want to like mention, like this movie's kind of dated in that way because like that's how people dated at the time.
That is insane.
Yeah. Sometimes you just meet up at a random place, you strike up a conversation, and then exchange phone numbers. And it could be that random,
Wow. That must have been a time.
Well, yeah, well, that is, I was never a part of that scene.
Yeah.
Like I was never into bars or clubs. I was never into clubs because clubs are usually so noisy that you can't talk. And also I'm a shy guy anyway. And I never went to bars because usually I had to work in the morning. So, either at the farm or at the auto parts store. So, I never had the time to stay up late going to bars. So, I think that's very much a pre-millennial thing, for the Gen Xers and earlier. But yeah, that's how it was done.
It's very strange. I've never really, I've been to bars before, but
Mm-hmm.
I've never been a regular like anywhere. But you always see like these shows and movies that reference like
Mm-hmm.
regulars at the bar or regulars at a certain restaurant and something like that. It's very interesting.
Yeah,
I mean,
Billy
we've kind
Joel.
of been a regular at one restaurant, but it was like
Uh-huh.
irregular,
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Billy Joel has a song about being a regular at the bar, The Piano Man.
Aha.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a gooder.
Yeah. Yeah.
The interesting thing also about this movie is sort of like this. I mean, it's also about sex. It's about meeting and it's about
Dude just wants to get laid.
attraction. Yeah, well, he does, but also not really. Like he does in the beginning. Like that's what takes him to that part of town.
Uh-huh.
But then it's like sex becomes like this. I don't know. It's strange. It becomes like a trading thing, like a tool. Like he gets the waitress to let him into her house so he can use her phone
Mm-hmm.
because she's attracted to him. He's like using his, I guess, seductive powers
Mm-hmm.
to to speak to a few different people. Like he goes to the gay man's house and he gets invited in there to use that phone. The same thing with Catherine O'Hara's house, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And then he actually like flirts with the older lady at the bar in the end.
Yeah.
Um, and she lets him into her apartment as well, and out of the kindness of her heart, makes him into a sculpture that he's able to evade the mob from.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
the thing is like no, he went out to get laid because that's what you do as a single young man in New York. But the thing is you learn it's not worth it. When the red flags go off, you learn, what? That's a little bit too crazy for me to put my dick into. So I'm gonna get out of here. And when that woman starts talking about how, she was raped in this very room that they're in now, my heart goes out to the woman. But that's kind of a downer. For most
And maybe
people.
maybe she's not in the best mental state to be having sex.
Yeah, or well, it could also be maybe she doesn't want you for sex. Maybe she's gonna perpetrate a crime against you. Which is why I recommend Strange Darling. Go out and watch it now. Maybe I'll pick that at some point as the latest new movie I've seen from 2 years ago.
That would be fun.
But yeah. So yeah, this movie, like that's another theme of this movie is like red flags. And you're right. Griffin Dunn's character Paul, yeah, he does use sex as a weapon, which I've always known about from like female characters. You know, femme fatales, they're known for using sex as a weapon. um but men using sex as a weapon, like the first movie that I watched where that was like really pointed out to me was in Casino Royale. Yeah.
I haven't seen that one, but tell me about it.
It is my favorite Bond movie. And so it's early in, you know, I'm not going to get into
Well,
canon.
you don't have to tell me about.
Okay, yeah.
You don't have to tell me about the movie. Tell me about.
Yeah. I am.
As it relates to this movie.
Right. Well, it's early in Bond's career. And so he is using every resource at his disposal. And so he does use sex as a weapon to manipulate a woman to get something that he wants. But the consequence of it is that that woman gets murdered. And so Bond sees the results of using his sexuality as a weapon to manipulate women. Like he's not using it, he didn't use it against that woman, but because he successfully used his sexuality to manipulate her, she paid the consequence for it, not him. So yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And it's unusual that it is this way with the gender roles in films, but it does happen. I guess Bond probably has done it multiple times throughout his career as the multi-faced man of many generations. And I mean it is a trope, I guess, but it's just not as commonly used as women using their seductive powers or their means. Yeah. But I thought that was weird, and it was interesting. It was just like a thing, you know?
And when you're as desperate as he is, you know, you have to use every tool at your disposal just to fucking get home.
Yeah. And he has no money because his money flew out the window. So he's only got 97 cents.
So, well, that leads me to my favorite brick joke in the movie. And this is like at the halfway point. He goes into the diner, and the waiter, he's like, "We're only letting people in." Paul comes in, played by Griffin Dunn's character. His name is Paul. Paul comes in and he's like, "Yeah, I just need to use the bathroom." And he's like, "Well, you got to pay for something." "Oh, well, let me use the bathroom and then I'll order something on the way out." And it's like, okay. And then another, I believe like a homeless guy tries to come into the diner, and the waiter kicks him out, saying, "No, we don't want you in here." So Paul goes to the bathroom, like washes his face, which he does a lot in this movie, but he also needs to.
He does so often. Ridiculous.
Yes. So he comes out, and the waiter's like, "Okay, well, what do you want?" And Paul has no money, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll have a hamburger and a cup of coffee. Yeah, you know what? I better go put a quarter in the meter. So I'll be right back." And of course, he runs off. The plot happens, and then he winds his way up back into the diner because the bartender who has his keys is there. So he sits down. The bartender's like, "Okay, well, let me go get your keys." So he runs off, and then the waiter has a hamburger and a cup of coffee waiting for the guy. And sets it on the table in front of him. That was my favorite brick joke.
Yes, and it was so funny.
Yeah.
But that brings up a good point about this movie that I wanted to talk to. In that, everybody is crazier than you think they are.
Yeah.
And stranger than you think they are. Like, for instance, that line cook slash waiter, the guy who gives him his hamburger and coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Paul's there like a couple times, like at least 3 times in the movie. He's there with the woman who invited him to her place, who he's there for originally.
Is that, do you mean the waitress from the bar?
No. I'm talking about what's her name? Arquette's character. Rosanna Arquette's character.
Oh, okay. Marcy.
Marcy, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So he's there with Marcy. And the bartender is extremely nice to her, and he's like, "Yeah, you don't have to pay. It's different rules around these times because it's after hours. You don't have to pay for the coffee."
By the way, that actor is Dick Miller. And Dick Miller is a character actor who's been in a ton of things. He was in Gremlins 1 and 2. He was also in the 2-part episode of Deep Space Nine, where they go back in time to the Bell riots. And those are the 2 things I know off the top of my head, but he's a great character actor, and he's been in a ton of stuff. I think he was also in Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight. So yeah. Just wanted to point that out.
It looks like he's also in The Dirty Dozen, Piranha, Death Race 2000, Inner Space.
Okay.
And more.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, different rules. Yeah. So he was in the diner for that. Yeah.
But yeah, so he's very nice while Marcy is there. He's very sweet to Marcy and very smiley.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he comes back later, he's like, well, you can only use the bathroom if you're a customer and if you're a paying customer. And he's like actively throwing out, a homeless man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, that's kind of like interesting. And then also we just get the multiple sides of everybody. Some people are weird from the start, and some people eventually show themselves to be weird. Like, Catherine O'Hara's character is, pretty normal on the street. She's like, basically he's trying to get into a cab, but then it's the same cab that he rode in on, and he lost the 20, so he wasn't able to pay the cab the first time. But now he's got a 20, so the cab just takes the whole 20 and drives off as like a fuck you. And Catherine O'Hara is like, "Oh, you hurt yourself. Let me bandage you up." And so he goes up to her apartment, and he's trying to use her phone, but she's like being super weird, and she's like playing a prank on him. But also, she's just like, he's telling her all about the crazy stuff that's happened to him. He's like, you wouldn't believe the night I had. And she's like, I'm a ice cream truck driver. And he's like, you must have misheard me. I said you wouldn't believe the crazy night I've had. And she's like, I'm a Mr. Snowy's driver or something like that. Let me find it. But it's just like she just completely like ignores what he's saying.
Yeah,
it's very strange.
Yeah. She's one of those people who in the conversation, she's quiet only so because she's planning on what to say next. She's not listening.
Yes.
And oh my God, she's so fun. Well, Catherine O'Hara is always funny. I love her, especially in like those I believe Christopher Guest is the director of, Best in Show, A Mighty Wind, those mockumentary movies. I love her in those. But yeah, and he's trying to get the phone number of this guy, of his friend, so like his friend can pick him up because he doesn't have any money, he doesn't have a ride, and he doesn't have his keys at this point. So he calls the operator, asks the operator for the guy's number. The operator tells him the number, And as he's dialing it, she says all these random numbers to make him forget and fuck up the number. Which
And
is
she does it 3 fucking times.
Yeah.
And she's like, I just thought it would be entertaining. And he's like, I don't want any entertainment.
Which only makes her want to do it even more. Doesn't make her stop.
Yeah.
And then he was at Marcy. So Marcy lives in like an art studio with Kiki, played by Linda Fiorentino. And she is in her bra and her trousers, and she's making paper mache sculptures. And so she gets Paul to like help her while she takes a break. And so because of that, like he has pieces of paper mache like stuck on him. And so he has this one bit that it's like a little news article, and like Catherine O'Hara, she wants to pull it off, but it hurts, and he's like, no, just leave it alone. And she's like, no, it'll be infected, I have to take it off. And he's like, no, don't worry about it, it's fine. And she's like, you know what, I'll burn it off. Let me get my lighter.
This is after she reads the entire article.
Yeah.
As if like there's like a whole page on his arm.
Yeah.
She's reading like 7 sentences about a mass murderer or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On this like tiny scrap of paper. It's so funny.
So yeah.
And apparently, and in the beginning of the movie, while he's giving a massage to Kiki, because she's so tired of doing the sculpture with her arms, the plaster of Paris sculpture or whatever, paper mache. He's telling her the story of how when he was a kid, he got his tonsils out and they took him to a different ward because there wasn't enough room in the kids' part. So they took him to a burn ward and they made him put on a blindfold, and if he took the blindfold off, then he'd have to do the tonsil removal all over again. And so then he's just about to tell her like this horrific sight of like a burn victim that he saw, and then he realizes that she's fallen asleep. But then burning is a theme throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Because Marcy has a book on treating burns and like burn victims,
Mm-hmm.
and she's got like a tube of ointment from the pharmacy for burns, 2nd-degree burns. And then also Catherine O'Hara tries to burn off the letter later.
Yeah, you're right. Burning stuff is a theme in the movie. Yeah. Or people being burned. Yeah.
But it's like, it's not that rampant. It's just like in those few scenes.
Mm-hmm. Well, we talked about, we were talking about Kiki, Linda Fiorentino's character. Linda Fiorentino, who's been in Men in Black, Beyond the Law with Charlie Sheen and Michael Madsen, a movie we shall watch at some point for the show. I think those are the The Last Seduction too. And Jade. Yeah, and I believe Barry what's his name? Barry Sonnenfeld. Yeah, Barry Sonnenfeld. He was the director of Men in Black. She was also in Dogma too. But yeah, while she was filming Men in Black, the director for it, Barry Sonnenfeld, he kept giving her shit about being in all these like psychosexual thriller movies.
What the fuck? Why?
Because he could, just to give her shit. And also those kind of movies are not seen as like high art. They're essentially softcore porn, depending. She is very punk rock in this movie. No,
she is. She's doing a sculpture. I also like her attitude towards her sculpture.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's like making this sculpture out of paper mache, and she's like, I'm kind of tired. Can you take over for me? And so Paul's like, what do you mean? It's your art. It's your sculpture. I'm not gonna take over. And she's like, it's really easy. Just take over for me. I'm working over right here. Just start on it. I got to go do something. And I just think that's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, because artists are so dumb, and we're always like, it has to be this way, and it's like the honor system, and like, but it's like it doesn't fucking matter half the time.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that attitude. But yeah, she's crazy. She's quite kinky. She's into ropes and and in bondage.
Mm-hmm.
Which is where we see Will Patton's character.
Yeah.
But it's pretty funny. She's like, he sees her all tied up, and he's like, "Oh my god, she's in trouble. Throw the keys down." And she throws them down with her teeth, and he comes up, and he's like starting to untie her. And he's like, "Who tied you up? Are they a sailor? Like, what's going?" Because it was like these like elaborate, beautifully tied knots.
Mm-hmm.
It was just very funny.
Well, yeah, that's another brick joke. Is that when Paul gets to the apartment, he hits the buzzer, and then Kiki is like, "Hey, are you Paul?" He's like, "Yeah." So she throws down her keys so he can unlock the apartment door and then get up there. So apparently that's how they did that back in the day. And so yeah, he comes back to the apartment, and Kiki is tied up, and her mouth is gagged. So yeah, that's why she grabs the keys with her teeth and then tosses it, over the side of the balcony. Yeah,
Yep,
very funny.
it's pretty great.
Yeah. And then the next time we see Linda Fiorentino and Will, what is it Will Paxton?
I think it's Will Patton.
Will Patton. Okay. Yeah. The next time we see Linda Fiorentino and Will Patton, they are in a club called Berlin. And Paul wants to get in, but the bouncer won't let him. And the reason why is because it's Mohawk night. You can only get in if you have a mohawk. And so the bouncer's like, "Are you sure you want to go in?" And he's like, Paul's like, "Yes, yes." So the bouncer like grabs him by the back of the neck, pushes him through the club to where they're giving free mohawks.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
Yeah.
And that's also like this other thing of like people just doing their jobs and the people he's interacting with. Like he comes to the toll booth at the subway, and the guy is like, "Oh, it's coming down pretty hard out there." And he's like, "Yeah, it is." He's like, "I've only got 97 cents." And he's like, "It's $1.50." He's like, $1.50? He's like, "Yeah, it went up at midnight tonight." He's like, "You're joking." And basically, he has an argument. He's like trying to get him to let him in.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "No, I could lose my job." And he's like, "Well, who would know?" And he's like, "Well, I could go to a party. I could get drunk. I could tell somebody."
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah, and then he tries to jump the turnstile, but there's that cop there. And he backs up real quick.
The only cop in the movie, and he's like, "I don't know what I just did that. I've never done that before in my life."
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though he looked very adept at hopping the turnstile.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so that was Kiki. Now Terry Garr, the waitress at the bar. How do you like that beehive hairdo of hers?
Oh, that was awesome. That was an amazing hairdo. I just also love her character. That there's just so many visceral images and like characters that seem so real, or at least so defined.
Yeah.
Like and I think that's part of like how it's like, we're revealed more of these characters as the story goes along.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, with the beehive lady, at first we think she's just a server that's kind of quirky and that's, wanting to have sex with Paul, maybe, or she's flirting with him.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get this like whole picture of her. He goes back to her apartment and she's playing the monkeys and she's got like
The Last Train to
monkeys posters
Clarksville.
up. Yeah.
The Last
And
Train to Clarksville.
And she's also an artist. She's drawing him and she lives above the Xerox business downstairs, or the Kinko's or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And she's this very weird, strange character who's almost like obsessed with the 60s and kind of like gets made fun of and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But she's also just kind of insane.
Yeah.
And really, really desperate.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got these mouse traps all around her bed. And this like, and it almost makes the bed look like this like altar or shrine. It's very fun and insane,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just so layered. I don't know. It's just crazy how much stuff is in this short movie.
Mm-hmm. Well, if I may, if Kiki is like the ultra modern woman, she's punk rock, she's an artist, she's into kink, that is a very, at that time, modern attitude. Then I think Terry Garr's character is more of a throwback to the past, with her beehive hairdo and listening to The Last Train to Clarksville by the Monkees.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know what it means, but it's a fair point.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
It's a good point. I'm not, not trying to sound condescending.
I know you mean it genuinely, and I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just like, now I'm like thinking of what could it mean? Was that an intentional contrasting, or was it just kind of a happenstance? Or, well, it is that sort of, maybe it's like more of the straight-laced businessman that, Paul is, versus this crazy wild Soho art district. And also she's, I don't think that's it either.
Well,
but she does have the beehive, which is seen as more of, an old-fashioned thing. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, you mentioned, the straight-laced man with the 80s equivalent of the manic pixie dream girl. But, he will go, Griffin Dunn will go on, to portray a similar kind of, foil in Who's That Girl? Like, that's exactly the premise to Who's That Girl? Madonna is, a pop punk young woman, and Griffin Dunn is a straight-laced yuppie, and then she comes into his life and, beautiful romantic chaos ensues. So yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But he's also, it's like, he's such a strange actor, and like he does so well in this movie. It's so funny to see him just react to things, and he's very natural, and
yeah.
he's just also so heightened in this heightened world around him. It's he did an impressive job, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he was also in American Werewolf in London.
Ah.
Okay, I did not realize that.
This has got to be Scorsese's strangest movie, though, I think. I don't know.
I haven't seen much of Scorsese. But apparently this, to date, this is his most recent movie that was not an adaptation of something or a biopic.
Huh.
Yeah, all of his movies since After Hours have either been adaptations of a work or a biography about somebody.
I haven't seen King of Comedy, but this movie just feels so tonally different from his other movies.
Okay.
At least the ones that I've seen.
Okay.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Well, from what I read, the reason why he kind of made this movie was because he was having a lot of trouble. He had a lot of trouble on The Last Temptation of Christ, which apparently did not do well. And he was like, okay, well, I need a hit. And so that's why he directed After Hours. And apparently After Hours wasn't a big commercial success, but it was a very big critical success for him. And has now become a cult classic and is considered like a good part of his filmography now.
Huh.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah. But I mean, I can see how it is, because like like this isn't like a big blockbuster kind of movie. It has great actors, but they're not like A-list, megastar celebrities. This movie is a very what's the word? It's very moderate, like because like we said, it only has some limited locations. We go back and forth between all the same characters. So it's not like a big sprawling kind of thing. It's, very limited, very humble in a way, to its credit, and they make it work.
They do. They do.
They make it work in the same way like Seinfeld makes, their plots work, always coming back to things.
Yeah. And it's like it's like a simple itch for the human brain. We love a good callback. It's simple, but it's effective.
Yeah. This is true. It's very true.
Yeah, it's good shit.
Yeah.
Also, it's interesting. I'm going to continue talking about the dual nature of the characters.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, we even get the bartender, right? John Hurd or whatever his name is.
Yeah, John Hurd.
And we find out that he is the boyfriend of the young lady who kills herself.
Marcy.
Rosanna Arquette's character. But she's very weird about her whole romantic situation. But anyways, he seems like a sort of nice guy at the bar to Paul, because he's like, I'll give you your fare, and he's very normal. But then I don't know, he has the keys, and on the keychain is like this strange like skull wearing a top hat.
Yeah.
And then after Paul finds the woman dead, he like is looking at her body and he sees like a tattoo of the skull keychain thing. And it's like, it's very strange. It doesn't seem like a normal nice guy thing, it's kind of interesting. It's just weird,
Well, you're bringing up like these it's the strange nightlife of New York City, the strange nightlife of a major urban center. To quote the song, the freaks come out at night. And it reminds me a lot of David Lynch in a way,
yeah,
the surrealism and absurdity of the what underlines the American psyche. yeah, that is a major theme of this movie as well.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that dreamlike, absurd nature that can happen when you're supposed to be in bed, but you decide to see what who else is lurking in the night.
I'm glad we got such an interesting movie out of that.
Mm-hmm.
This movie's just so fun. I love the ending too. Well,
Yeah.
okay. We get a lovely cyclical beginning ending thing because
Mm-hmm.
he leaves his job and he's like the last one through these massive, wrought iron gates
Yeah.
that the security men are closing behind him. And it's very ceremonial.
Yeah, and this happens at the beginning of the movie, by the way.
Yeah, very beginning of the movie, he's clocking out for work and he's heading home for the day, and this is what's happening at the beginning of the movie, and at the end of the movie, the woman there's a woman who lives under the bar, and she has made him into a paper mache sculpture so he can avoid the mob who's looking for the killer slash burglar.
Yeah,
and he escapes wearing. But no, actually, he's stolen by Cheech and Chong because they think it's another sculpture that that Cheech had bought earlier in the movie from Kiki, who was making her own sculpture that looked similar to this sculpture, but was a different sculpture. So he thinks that he found his same sculpture again, and he pulls it into his truck, and he's in the back of the truck. Paul is, and they drive all the way across town, and he just happens to fall out of the back of the truck as he is arriving right in front of the gates of his job, just as they are opening.
Yeah,
so he like crumbles out of the sculpture.
Yeah, and he's able to make it to work on time the next day. And I mean, goddamn, how yuppie 80s unregulated capitalist can you get? I mean, at least he's able to get back to work on time. That is what's important. That's where his priorities lay. Good for him.
But it's also funny because it's like in the beginning, he's teaching a new guy how to use the computer that he's working on.
Yeah.
And the new guy's like, man, I hope I get out of this job soon. Like, I don't want to do this my whole life. I want to go into publishing. I want to publish a magazine where writers submit to it. And, they can really be something.
Yes. Yeah. Writers who can't get published anywhere else, they can get published in my magazine because it's for intellectuals. And that character is played by Bronson Pinchot, by the way, from Perfect Strangers, and he was also in very briefly in Beverly Hills Cop with Eddie Murphy. So
what the fuck? It's crazy how you connect these movies to such minor people, minor actors, but it's hilarious.
Well, they weren't minor to me growing up is the thing. Like, if you're my age, you've already seen, you've absolutely have seen Beverly Hills Cop. You've seen him. He stole the scene, and which is why he's in like the fourth movie. He was also in a movie with John Larroquette, where he played a psychic, which hopefully we'll be able to watch for the podcast. But yeah, the Bronson Pinchot. Oh, he was also in The Langoliers, which is a Stephen King movie that I fucking hate. I absolutely fucking hate that movie. But yeah. He's a word processor, teaching Balki Bartakamus how to like save things, because this is before what do you call it? Graphic interfaces. So, there's no mouse. You can't do anything with mice, with your mouse. You can't point and click. You have to like type out commands for everything.
it's pretty crazy to see how, antique it all is
Yeah.
and how 80s it all is.
Yeah.
But I love the cyclical nature of that, beginning ending.
Mm-hmm.
And also in the beginning we get this amazing, gorgeous, like super fast dolly shot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like whipping around the office and settling on Paul, and then as we end, we get, almost the reverse of that same shot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like whipping away from Paul around the office, just kind of zooming around, getting these gorgeous, like interesting little shots and flashes of people's desks and computer screens and,
Mm-hmm.
people coming into work and people getting their mail. It's, it really sets the pace of this movie in the beginning of the film,
Mm-hmm.
and it really gives a nice button to the ending. But the editing in this film was also something I noticed. It was very, it was just fantastic. Like, it's so much of the comedy relies on the editing in the film.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Absolutely.
And the way we cut to like the sculpture after Paul has just witnessed something like horrific, or and also just the timing of it. It's very rapid. It's a smooth hour and 37 minutes, but there's so much shit that happens in the movie that it could have easily been longer.
Mm-hmm.
If they let it slack a little more, which I think is amazing that they didn't do.
Mm-hmm. No, they definitely make good use of the MTV editing in this movie. And you were talking about, the beginning and the ending. I just want to point out that the beginning and the ending, they have classical music is playing as the score. And Howard Shore was the composer for this movie. So, another movie with a Howard Shore score.
And he did a fantastic job. And he's got there's like these like spooky little refrains that are kind of like signifying of the nightlife.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so fun. It's it's funny and spooky and a little off-putting, but it also just kind of just puts you in this mystery mood.
Yeah, it
'cause
definitely
you're just
sets the
wondering what the
mood.
fuck is he gonna run into next.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
Thelma Shoemaker was the editor. Just
Okay.
she's a famous editor. She's Scorsese's editor for pretty much everything. But editors don't get shouted out enough, so I'm shouting her out.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, Thelma Shoemaker.
Absolutely. One thing that I kind of want to go over is like the use of paper mache, paper mache sculpture in this movie. And I wasn't part of the New York art scene at the time. But I feel like the use of paper mache is a joke. Like they're commenting on like, how every artist in Soho does paper mache sculptures. Because like that is like the inn that Marcy and Paul use to like meet up. Is that Kiki makes paper mache paperweights and he can come by and buy one for himself if he'd like. And so we have Kiki, making paper mache statues, and then the woman at the end of the film, she has her own paper. She has a room full of them. And then she wraps Paul in paper mache to disguise him as a statue, while the mob come into force their way into her apartment to look for the guy. So yeah, I feel that's very much a joke in some way.
Yes, I must correct you though, because I think the bagel and cream cheese paperweights were made out of plaster of Paris, but I'm not positive on that.
Okay.
But just the silly artness of it all, and like, why? What's the point of a paper? What's the point of a plaster of Paris cream cheese and bagel paperweight? It's very silly and very funny and very like middle class New York bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like, what the hell? Art is for fun. But
Yeah.
it's just silly. It's just
Yeah.
strange.
It's very
But also they're
pretentious.
a symbol because he's like he comes down there to see Marcy and she invites him, as an excuse to buy one of those paperweights.
Mm-hmm.
However, he never sees the paperweights until like towards the end of the movie. And he's like, "Where are the fucking paperweights? Like, were you lying to me this whole time? Like, where are the paperweights?"
Well, he says that as a way to get out of the apartment. And it's only when he's with Terry Garr because like he's like, okay, I have to leave, but I'll come back. And she's like, do you promise to come back? And he's like, yeah, I promise. Like, I'll come back. So he does come back, and so that's when Terry Garr presents her with, hey, I have this paperweight. I met an artist and I bought it from her. Would you like to have it as a reward for coming back like you promised?
And he's like, "Get that thing away from me."
Yeah. Yeah.
Before you go, a special thank you to our bestest friend of the show, Brian. Thank you, Brian, for supporting Your Movie, My Movie. Now, if any of you would like to support the show, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/yourmoviemymoviepodcast or leave us a review on whatever you're listening to us on. Thank you for listening and thank you for your support. I don't have too much more to say other than Cheech and Chong are great.
As they always are.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a very fun movie. I would recommend it. It's a great watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is my second time watching it, and I enjoyed it just as thoroughly this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a really fun to watch, especially like if you're around my age and have seen these actors and other things. I do want to point out that in the bar where John Hurd is the bartender, there is a drawing of a man having his penis bitten off by a shark. Okay. And then John Hurd would later to go on to co-star in Sharknado.
Oh shit, he's in Sharknado?
He is in Sharknado.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so a fun little synchronicity there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Any last thoughts?
I don't know, just a fun, dark movie, very colorful. They must have had a lot of lights. It's just fun. It's just fun movie. Just fun New York Scorsese. What better combination can you ask for? I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think? Yep.
I think it's a really pessimistic comedy, but it's not too dark. So if you want to laugh at how crappy the world is, but you don't want to be as depressed as what Requiem for a Dream would make you, then yeah, definitely maybe check out After Hours instead.
Do it.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Bye-bye.